Hi dear students, today we are starting with the puberty or the sexual maturity in the male. So what is the puberty? Puberty is the age at which the reproductive system became functional. So we are studying here the puberty in male. So puberty is the age at which the reproductive system became functional. That means the sex organs begins to produce gamete and the sex hormones. So this sex that means in the male sex organ produce the gamete, and the gamete over here is a sperm, whereas the hormone, the male hormone, most predominant hormone over here is the testosterone. In male, the onset of puberty occurs at the age of 12 to 15 years. Under the influence of testosterone, the secondary sexual characters appears, and thereafter it remains functional throughout the life. So this is the maturity in the male or the puberty in male, which start around the age of 12 to 15 years, and under the influence of hormone, that is the testosterone. The testosterone, due to this hormone or the influence of this hormone, the secondary sexual characters appears in the male, and the secondary sexual characters are nothing but the enlargement of sex organ and the appearance of mustaches and the beard in the male, and the enlargement of vocal cord. Then puberty in female. The functional reproductive system, the first menstrual cycle begins at the age of 10 to 14 years, and it is called as a menarche. So it is the onset of first menstrual cycle, which is roundabout at the age of 10 to 14 years, and these are the cyclic changes that matured females show in their reproductive system. So the menstrual cycle is a cyclic changes. That means this menstrual cycle appears in every month. So it is the cyclic changes which occurs in the female. Then this cycle continues only up to the menopause. Menopause means it is a period where the menstrual cycle gets stopped in the female. So this menopause age is round about 45 to 15 years in female. Then menarche to the menopause. Menarche means it's the onset of menstrual cycle up to the menopause. That means the stop of this cycle. Is called as that throughout period is called as a reproductive age of female, and which is about 32 years. So it start from age 13 up to 45 or up to 40. So roundabout it is approximately 32 years of reproductive age is there in female. In this time, the female will reproducing a maximum about the 416 eggs. So it produces about full her reproductive life, it produces about 416 eggs. So in this time, the female, or during this reproductive age, the female is fertile, whereas after the onset of after the onset of this menopause, the female is unable to bear children by the normal method, that is the menopause. Then we are starting with the menstrual cycle. So we will study about the menstrual cycle in detail. So the menstrual cycle is also called as the ovarian cycle. It's a very characteristic feature of primate, including human. The menstrual cycle involves a cyclic changes in the ovary and the female reproductive tract. mainly in the uterus. So the cyclic changes takes place in the ovary, in the reproductive tract, and also in the uterus. And these changes, they are under the control of hormones that is called gonadotropins. Gonadotropins means these are the hormones which is secreted by the gonads, okay, and also by the ovarian hormone. Okay, so tropin means actually these are the hormone which stimulate the gonads to secrete a respective hormone. So the gonadotropin, they are actually the tropic hormone which act on the particular gland or the ovary to make them to secrete that hormone. This cycle repeated with a periodicity of approximately 28 days. So each cycle is round about 28 days. The middle of each cycle releases egg, that is called ovulation. So round about at the day of 14, the ovulation takes place. That means here the release of ova takes place through the ovary. So ovary releases one fully matured ova during each month at the time of ovulation. This egg is produced alternately from any one of two ovaries in the each cycle. So two ovaries are there. From any ovary, this egg is produced. Now the cycle is divided into the four phases: menstrual phase, proliferative phase, ovulatory phase, and the secretory phase. So this is the diagram which shows the different phases. So we're going to study these phases in detail because these diagrams are also over here. So menstrual phase, it is the first phase of average 5 days. So that is called the menstrual phase, which is for about 5 days, and this is the phase where there is a loss of blood. So during the menstrual phase, round about 45 to 100 ml of blood is get lost. Prostaglandins are released due to the decreased level of progesterone and estrogen. So just understand it carefully that the prostaglandins are also a hormone, and during this menstrual phase this prostaglandin get released due to the decreased level of progesterone and estrogen. So during this menstrual phase, that means when the bleeding is there, so during that phase the prostaglandins are released because during that phase the progesterone and the estrogen level is very much decreased. So due to this during this phase, actually the blood, tissue fluid, mucus, endometrial lining and unfertilized oocytes is discharged through the vagina along with the menstruum, and it is thus called the funeral of unfertilized egg, or is also called as a wipe of uterus for its lost egg. So actually what takes place during the menstrual phase? We say that the blood loss takes place. So what is this blood loss actually? So it is nothing but it's a blood, tissue fluid, mucus, endometrial lining and unfertilized egg. So all these things, they get discharged during the menstrual cycle. Now the endometrium thickness is round about 1 mm. So this is what it's a endometrium. So endometrium is a lining of blood vessel and the cell which is formed or which is developed at the inner side of uterus during the each menstrual cycle. So as the menstrual flow gets stopped, so during the second phase the development of endometrium gets started. So that is the formation of blood vessel or the development of endometrium gets started. and at the end of each phase or the each cycle, all this endometrium gets slut off if the fertilization is not there or fertilization do not takes place. So naturally whatever the um, lining or the endometrial lining which is get formed or unfertilized oocyte is also there, so all these things get discharged through the vagina. So during these 5 days, many primordial follicle develop into the primary and few of them into the secondary follicle under the effect of FSH. So during these 5 days, what happen in the ovary? In the ovary, the primordial follicle develop into the primary and few of them into the secondary follicle under the effect of FSH. However, this blood does not clot due to the presence of fibrinolysin. Fibrinolysin is called as an anticoagulant. Okay, so that's why this blood does not get clot on the endometrium. Now the second phase of menstrual cycle is proliferative phase. So during this phase of menstrual cycle, generally this phase is from 5 to 13 days of cycle. So it is start from 5th day and it is up to the 13th day. So 5th day means when the first phase, during that 5th day 5 days the first phase get complete, that is the menstrual phase. So the next phase is proliferative phase, which is from 5th day up to the 13th day of cycle. The few secondary follicle begin developed, but usually one of them develop into the Graafian follicle. So as I explained earlier, so some of the primary follicle develop into the secondary follicle. So during these 5 days in ovary, the primordial follicle or the primary follicle formation takes place, but in this a few secondary follicle develop, but usually only one of them develop into the Graafian follicle. Then estrogen is secreted as the Graafian follicles start to develop. As it get matured and it get fully formed, during that particular stage the estrogen is secreted and the outer secondary follicle and the other secondary follicle degenerate, that is the atresia. So proliferation is influenced by the GnRH, and that is the gonadotropin releasing hormone, which stimulate to release FSH, that is the follicle stimulating hormone. Endometrium begins to regenerate under the effect of gradually increasing quantity of estrogen. So under the influence of estrogen hormone, the endometrium starts to regenerate. They start to develop and form the inner lining of uterus. This regeneration involves the formation of endothelial cell, endometrial or the uterine glands, and the network of blood vessel. And the thickness of endometrium is round about 3 to 5 mm. So I will explain it from this diagram. First of all, see these phases. This gonadotropin hormone level, that is the FSH, and in the middle of that the 30th days, and in the 14 days 14 day ovulation takes place. So before the ovulation, the follicular phase is there, and during that phase the FSH hormone get released, and as this primary follicle develop, they undergo the development and they finally form the Graafian follicle, which is a fully developed follicle. At a 14 days this follicle get burst open, it releases ova, and that is called what? That is called as a ovulation. That is called ovulation. Okay, so after the ovulation, after the release of this ova enter into the uterus. It is enter into the fallopian tube, where it is wait for fertilization, and it is the next phase is called as a luteal phase. So after the after this ovulation, ova wait for the fertilization. So after the 14th day, the next all days they are called that phase is up to the 28 days. That phase is the luteal phase, and during that phase, so whatever the left behind of Graafian follicle after the ovulation, that develop into the corpus luteum. This corpus luteum matured and started secretion of hormone, that is the progesterone. So this estrogen and the progesterone, these are the two hormone. So this is all about the second phase. So in the second phase, the estrogen is secreted, then other secondary follicle get degenerate, and here the endometrium begins to regenerate, and under the effect of increasing quantity of estrogen, the regeneration also involve the formation of endothelial cell and the endometrial and the uterine gland and the network of blood vessel, and the thickness of endometrium is around about 3 to 5 mm. So the next two phases I will explain it in your next lecture. Thank you so much.